clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp, as we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gators will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Give to the running back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Grabbed over the middle. It's Clay. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Caught in the backfield. It's Clay. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. Quickly complete. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Convert that third down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, you've watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down. You throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
The Rebels are flying down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. It's complete. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And how about that? A lot of coaches talk about being aggressive and we're going to take shots, but then they get conservative in the game. But first drive coming out, showing this defense we are not afraid to throw the ball deep. Might keep that defense a little bit more conservative.
He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
These fans raising the volume on second They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Clay. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. A quick tackle made, and he's got plenty for the first down.
You know, you don't see a lot of hitch throws against third down, but if you're going to give the receiver access like that, the quarterback's going to take it. That was just way too easy.
The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Flagway. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI.
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a penalty here and save my quarterback and bail him out.
He's looking to pass. With the catch, it's Wilson. Good, solid tackle.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
Lost to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. The kick is on its way. working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Catch in the middle, it's Clay. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
And the Rebels decide to punt it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Gives it on the option. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Lagway. Here's the pressure. He's going to run it. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Running back searching for a hole. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play is going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. They're setting up the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
I tell you, that's a gut punch, too, if you're on defense there, because you thought you had the sack. You thought you had the perfect play call. You blitz, you got a guy running clean at the quarterback, and just as you get there, he gets rid of it, finds a completion, and picks up a fresh set of downs.
Tight end now in motion. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Reads it, fires complete. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Penn State has the lead right now inside Beaver Stadium, but Happy Valley is a tense place right now. This is a tight game. They're up by 7 over Minnesota. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Simmons. With the catch, it's Odom. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Odom. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
A strike downfield. Slips one guy, now he's loose. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
The Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. Out of the gun, the inside give. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play picking up the first.
The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere, knocked down for a loss.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Back to pass, it's Simmons. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Gators sending the offense back to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Gators will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Leaves it with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Using his legs, it's Clay. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man, it's Simmons. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the 1st half.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Caught close to the marker, it's Brown. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the 1st down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
To the air, it's Lagway. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Wilson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Safe completion on the screen. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short-yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
To the air on 1st down. He's going for it all. He's got it inside the 15. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Pulls it in, it's Wilson. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Give to Brown. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. Turning it on! Touchdown, Gator! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up 14 over Minnesota. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's taking the shot. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking. And something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Here's a return from midfield. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Off play action on first down. Quarterback moving. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after him.
And the Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. And that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
Now from inside the red zone. Caught over the middle. It's Montgomery. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's got the tight end. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Touchdown, Florida! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Trying play action. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
That's caught. It's play. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Caught in the backfield, it's Livingston. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Takes the handoff. It's ball. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
With the run on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Got the quick pass. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Well, a short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. It's incomplete, and will change ends of the field now. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking for a man. It's Maddox. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Odom. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? The defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And on the heels of that last big play now, you'd love to keep the momentum going and score quick. How about staying aggressive? Try to throw this thing into the end zone. You need to get the ball back, and you need to save as much time as you can.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Dropping back, it's Maddox. This one's complete.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And the Rebels are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Gets it out quickly. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Pressure coming. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy 1st down.
The Rebels trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot.
Touchdown, Rebels! Quick strike through the air for the score. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner scooter with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. On the move, it's Ball. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Looking downfield, it's Flagway. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Gators will punt this one away. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Clay. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Catch in the middle, it's Bradley. Breaks into the open. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They think there's room to run to the right here. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
This crowd knows when to bring it. To the ground with the back.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Maddox. And wings it incomplete.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
On third down, he drops the throw. He's got it and still on his feet. The offense coughs it up. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's a tough one to swallow, man. You got yourself in a position where you can go tie this football game. You're in a good spot. You're trying to move the ball down the field. Guys trying to make a play. Fumbles the football. Now you got to beg for the defense to somehow give you one more opportunity.
The give and tick, 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 tick. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It'll be 3rd and long. It's a draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Gators will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Back to throw, it's Maddox. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
He'll try to do it himself.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understanding the quarterback can still run. Nice job playing pass, playing coverage first, protecting yourself, and then rallying to the football.
Under pressure.